Okay, so today I'm going to go ahead and cook up a pot of lasagna using the lantern to do all the cooking. Now I've had the hamburger going here for about a half hour or so, and that's all browned up and just about ready. As I'm going over the ingredients, then I'll go ahead and swap it out. So for a pasta, I'm using a corn tortilla. This is a corn pasta. That's going to go in there in layers. And then I've got a little lard. I've got mushrooms and onions. Now, the thing about this, when you're doing it in a pot for slow cooking, is you want to extract as much water and fluid and liquid out as possible, because I'm going to have all I need inside the spaghetti sauce here. So in order to facilitate that, after the meat is done, I'm going to put all these, in fact, I can do this now as I'm jabbing away at you. Put all these in this pot, and then we're going to kind of extract as much water as possible out of those. And then I got a little pink sea salt, some pepper, and a triple cheese mix. So I think I can get that hamburger off of here as well. Let me see. Okay, so the lid's always good to go, but it is a slow heat. So I just like to take it off the magnet there on the base, and then let's go ahead and cover that back up. And now we'll put our pot on here, and we're just going to let this go for probably a good 20 minutes or so. I'll check back in when it's ready to come off there. Okay, these vegetables have been going for, I don't know, 20 minutes. See the steam? They've really worked themselves down there quite a bit. So pour this off here. Yeah, I got a lot of evaporation. Got some liquid there, but I'm not really worried about that. I'll go ahead and leave that on the bottom. Now what we're going to start doing is loading our pot up here. I guess I better get this off, so I don't want it to burn. Okay. All right. Okay, so the thing about using a lantern is it's more of a labor of love, right? So we live in such a high-speed world where instant gratification is everything. But actually, just pausing a moment, taking off your watch, and refusing to allow time to control you, then you can really get into a good lantern cook. So now what we're going to do is load this pot up. Okay. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit of lard on the bottom, because I'm going to put a corn tortilla down here, and I just don't want to risk burning that at all. Now, there's not going to be enough heat to cook that lard off, so just a very little bit is needed. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and just mix all the meat together with the, oh boy, there we go. That's pretty darn good. All right, so I strained that out, and I've got a little bit of grease in there, but not too much. Put that there, and then let's just kind of mix all this together. And then we're going to load our lasagna up. I saw a little pink hamburger in there, not too bad. For the most part, had I left it on there maybe just a little longer, but I'm not really worried about it because it is beef. And what we're able to do during the next step is going to cook everything down anyway. So, all right, that's good for that. Now let's go ahead and start by putting one layer of pasta, just like that. And then I just know I'm going to make a mess here. I hope I don't, but hey, one-handed cooking. All right. Okay, and before I forget, I gotta add a little salt and pepper. There we go. And trying to use a grinder with one hand. Probably not the best thing. But you know what? How about that for enough salt? I can always add salt later. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and get some of this cheese over here. All right. And get a little cheese. And then we'll get another layer of pasta. And we'll just work our way up. And, you know, again, you can do any variation that you want to. The whole thing should be fun to do. If it's not fun, it's not worthwhile doing. Another layer of cheese here. Can never have not too much cheese, in my opinion. And let's get another, just layer it in there any way you choose. I think I'll go with cheese this time here on top of that. And tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this right here. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to go ahead and just put a final topping of cheese. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'll just do one more pasta and cheese on top of the pasta. There we go. Give it a nice top coat. Okay, that's good. And if I have a little bit of that, there we go. So you can layer that in there any way you choose, but that is a full pot of lasagna. Now, we're going to let this sit up here for about a good hour, okay? Think of this as a slow cooker, right? And then we're going to come back in about an hour and open that up. I'm not even going to look for an hour, and we'll see how it is. All right, so while this is cooking, we have time for a sea story. Now, I was fortunate enough to have served my country for 25 years with an amazing wife, an amazing family. And I served aboard aircraft carriers, pretty much like this. Served on board the USS Coral Sea, conventional powered. And then after that, the USS Enterprise. First nuclear powered carrier. And then forward deployed aboard the USS Independence, and that was another conventional. And then my final carrier was a nuke, USS Abraham Lincoln. So way back in 1979 is when I joined the Navy. And I'll never forget when I checked aboard my first squadron. Me and this other guy, his name was Mark, very good guy. We were both brand new in the Navy, assigned the same rating. So I go to my shop, and the LPO sends me off to go find the keys for aircraft 307. So what do? Yeah, I go looking for the keys for aircraft 307. So I went down to the line shack and asked if they had them. They said no. They sent me to maintenance control. I got to maintenance control and they sent me to the AME shop. And after about 5 different shops, they finally let on that aircraft do not have keys. So, and hey, you know, those, you look back and say you are being initiated into a crew of good people, right? When they can just screw with you that way, right? So that's my short sea story as the lasagna cooks. Let's get back and wait for this thing to get done. Okay, that's been enough time. So let's go ahead and see how this turned out. Go ahead and put my wick out here, turn that down. There we go. And go ahead and remove our pot. See how she did. That is looking good right there. Now, started at the top, so it's dropped about 1 inch. That's not bad for a wick with 12 candle power. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slice this up. And oh, that didn't work out. Let's see here. Okay, all right. Then let's get some of this goodness onto this plate. Oh yeah. Probably use a spoon. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and give this thing a taste test. A lot of cheese. Oh boy. This looks good. So, I'll tell you how it tastes. Okay, first of all, the temperature at the top is warm. It's not cold. And look at all that goodness. There you go. That is lantern cooking at its finest. This is the Cold War Sailor out.